Hi Cancer, welcome to your love reading. Knight of Pentacles, I read that as Taurus. Two of Pentacles and Temperance, that could be Sagittarius. Alright, so we got three major arcana here. That's not too heavy or weighted, but it is significant for you. This is important. So what's going on here? Alright. What's this High Priestess about for? Oof. Wow. Did you lay down the law or did you tell somebody what for? What's this High Priestess about for Cancerian? Definitely feeling in your power. The Star card also, babies. This could be Aquarius. Alright, so, okay. What's this Queen of Pentacles about for Cancerian? Wow. The World. Okay. I think this is someone, are they feeling kind of sheepish? Who is this? Do you know them? This is weighted. This is familiar. This is life cycle stuff. This is life lesson paradigm shift stuff. What's this Knight of Pentacles here for Cancerian? This Knight of Pentacles. Cancerian. Okay, so this was gonna jump. Four of Pentacles. So this is a Sun card. Yeah, Leo. Yay! So this is you feeling good and fine, and you're on your way, doing well. So what's going on here? You've got someone very slowly approaching, or what's this Two of Pentacles? Five of Cups. That Four of Pentacles makes it feels like you've selectively and deliberately withdrawn. For self-preservation, your focus is on what is stable, what is secure, what is predictable. Eyes front, eyes forward. What do we got? Let's take stock. Let's stock up. Let's do this. Let's do. You are in management mode, but it feels like it pays off, and you like the results. It's been that way for a while. There's been some hiccups, and it feels like you're on an upswing again. You like that. So I think you're kind of going along and doing, and you've still got some perhaps grieving and forgiving to do here. Some sort of dealing with the ups and downs of that. But for the most part, this is you feeling pretty, dare I say, on top of the world, and like things are good. I think you've got somebody that is thinking about you. They just don't know how to approach you. I think they want to explain a few things. I think they even want to apologize. I think they want to... Wow, I hate that this is someone from your past, because I feel like you're like, who's the new person? I want the new person. But this feels like somebody you know, and it's somebody that wants to make things right. But you wouldn't know that because they are very slow on the approach. So this is someone that, like, standing outside your door and goes to knock and then drives away because they're just too chicken. Someone that has a text all prepared but doesn't send it. Well, how would you ever know, you know? So this is kind of you on top of everything, which is awesome. What's this Temperance card about? What's this Temperance card about? Don't be surprised, though, if they reach out or make their feelings known or just offer something. It might not even be an offer per se. I think it's just them owning up to something, them saying they're sorry. It's taken them a while. I think that you I think it's someone related, though, because or not related. I think it's somebody you know, though, because you're still dealing with the fallout of emotions of it. So it's somebody familiar that was pretty significant for me. Look at all these major arcana here. The only thing is that you're back on top again. Things are good. You found inspiration and focus in managing daily life and goings on. You've got you back, And you, some days are better than others, but you got you back and you're feeling good and you've reestablished things in yourself. And that's where your focus is. So it's kind of hard because you've got someone that either this is a friend that feels a certain way for you, but because there's distance, they're like, I'm not going to say anything. Or you've got somebody that can't bring themselves to approach you about something because they don't want to upset the balance, or they just feel like no, they you wouldn't be receptive. This is someone who's not making their feelings known. So this is frustrating because it's like, well, shoot, what's the I'm not gonna, I don't think you should make this easy for them. I think you should stay right where you're at. It's hard won. You deserve it. You're working for it. You're maintaining it. You feel good about it. Anybody that cares about you would want to support that. So no moving on your part. No adjusting. You're kind of going through the motions and doing your own thing. And there's ups and downs when you're managing daily life. And you're doing the things. And you're quite optimistic about it. So nothing to be done on your part. I hope the person that's coming towards you gets the courage to finally knock on the door or send the text, because honestly, I think they want to make things right. I think this is someone who has finally realized their culpability and their accountability in the situation, and they are having a hard time thinking about what to say, how to say it, and I think every time they get up the gumption to do so, they feel like they'll be rejected or they're too afraid, so they just recede into the background again. So that's fine. Onward. So you've got someone wanting to make it right until they get to the door and then they're too chicken. Which, this whole, that you have no use for that, because that would just reawaken the wounds again. You know what I mean? That someone can't or won't. You came from having to do that, and now you're doing that for yourself, and it feels really good because there's this newfound stability that's all yours. And so, and this could be you're in partnership with somebody. This could be you're in a relationship and you got an ex coming back in and they realize you're with somebody. This could be you're in partnership in a relationship and you got a family member going, hey, I was a jerk about mom, or, I'm really sorry. It could be your mother. It could be, this could be, it's not that you have to be single and by yourself. You're doing the stuff. You feel really settled and really good, and you're happy with where you're at. And that could be in partnership or not. But whoever this is coming to make amends and to say they're sorry, they just can't bring themselves to knock. Don't be surprised if you get some kind of indirect message from someone, or there is that text, but it's not a face-to-face. But this doesn't have to mean that you're single or by yourself. It just means that you're good where you're at and you're happy and you feel a real sense of efficacy. So, I honestly, it could be that what happens is you get this sorted with how you feel about your family member or your ex or your whomever it is. And by the time they do come forward, it's going to be too late, or it'll just be information and a thank you, and that's that. But it's not going to be anything you're going to be rushing into the future with. It's like, oh, this is new information to consider. Thanks so much. I'll take my time doing that. So I feel like this is kind of like, well, that, shoot. This would have been a lot more exciting if they would have knocked on the door and you guys would have. But this just feels like maybe they know how well you're doing and they don't want to disrupt that, or they feel like because you're doing so well, or that you're with someone, you'd reject them. So there's all these reasons they're coming up with for not following through, which you don't need, because you don't need somebody to be too chicken and then you have to make it okay for them to be there. I think you're done making it okay for people that, can't pull their own weight, shall we say, or just, they got to come correct. They got to be person enough to knock on that door and follow through, be adult and mature, And it's hard, okay, but it's got to be. All right. What else for Cancerian? I feel, you know, and the reason why I mentioned that person, like, it feels like you're moving forward. Everything's working for you, even a connection, albeit newfound connection that you're dealing with. So it could be that you're juggling this newness, this new person, and feeling it stirred up feelings of the connection you had once before. Like you're adjusting. You're kind of out with the old, in with the new. So could be that they're aware of that and they're like, oh well, I don't want to deal with that, so I won't say anything. But they do feel, it feels like they're not going to stop. It feels like they need to let you know for their own efficacy, which it could be argued that's kind of selfish because maybe you don't need to know that. Maybe that would stir up old feelings for you. So just be aware then. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything to disrupt anything about your day to day. Your job is not to do anything. But just be aware that you've got someone wanting to make that apology. This jumped because there's probably some clarity that happened. They understand. They see things clearly now. They get it. So, of course, that would compel somebody to, you know, want to come and explain things to you when really it's about them going, oh, but that doesn't mean you go and disrupt somebody's life just to say, oh, I get it now. Well, good for you. I got it 6 months ago. Okay, all right. All right, what else for Cancerian? I personally, I like where you're at now. I feel like you have a real sense of efficacy and you like who you're around and who you're with and what you're doing and where your focus is. Everything, it might be busy, but there's flow and management, and there's enough hiccups along the way to keep your interest there and to keep you busy. So, yeah, that's where you're at. Strength. This could be Leo here. Yay, because this is everything's in balance. There's flow. You feel good. You feel secure. You feel strong. And it's going to be this way you're going to make sure it's going to be this way for as much as you can. This is your new focus and your new paradigm here. This is what you're all about. I appreciate the effort for this person, whoever this is, trying to make an approach. It's not going to be the last time. You will eventually hear from them. That's fine if it doesn't disrupt where you're at, in my mind, because I feel like this is hard won and you really deserve this. So, and kudos to them for wanting to own up and say they're sorry or make things right, or, I mean, you know, bless them for that. Just don't want it to mess with you. Okay. All right. What else for Cancerian? What else for Cancerian? Possibilities. Possibilities. Taking the time to think about that. Let it develop. You're in a good spot. You're in no hurry. It's like you're making darn sure that the way you're living and maintaining things keeps the possibilities coming, or is designed to make sure that there is choice. There are possibilities. That's a very good place to be. Yay. Okay. All right. I feel like I can do that. Okay. What else for Cancerian? Okay. 6 of Cups, and I think that's the Sun reverse, so that makes sense, and that's this person. Is that the Sun reverse? I'm looking, because I can never remember. Yeah, I gotta do that dot on the end so I know. Yeah, alright, so we... So this would this is about, maybe it's eyes front and things are going good and you're right where you want to be. You know why you appreciate that so much? Because internally you're still dealing with it. You're still dealing with this internally. So it makes where you're at all the more sweeter because it's effort. You've worked hard to get that balance back, to get things back into flow, to have that optimism, to look forward, to do the stuff, and to create to where there's possibilities and you can explore it instead of having to work and do and panic and this and that. So yeah, that would make sense why there's this, because you might be affected by it, but you're not letting it stop you. You won't. There's a commitment to that. You're not going to let anything disrupt that again, because of the efficacy that you feel now. You're quite protective of that. So this is Six of Cups and the Sun reverse. The Sun's always a happy card. It's just that it's one of those things where there might be a dip in one area, but everything else is consistent. There's flow, there's optimism, there's happy, there's possibility. So it could just be in this one area of the past, or that one incident, that one part of your life that you're still kind of like, but everything else is working and it's, better days to come. Yeah, there's that just that one little area though, and the thing is, you're balancing it and you're battling. It's just, I hope for that reason that they don't disrupt your flow until you're clear of it, because you're around good people now and you're doing good things and you feel good. And if they were to come and knock on your door and go, I just want to make this, it's like, I just want to make this up to you, this and that. I don't want it to drag you back, because you're almost out of the woods with whatever that disappointment was. And I feel like it would be selfish on their part to, because you're just almost there. Shutting up. Okay, all right. Anyway, you enjoy where you're at. You're around good people, and you got people that care about you, and you've created this for yourself, and you get to enjoy it. So they can stop by later, a couple months from now. All right. And honestly, yay for the apology, but not right now. Okay. I hope to see you in the next reading, Cancer.